And with me in studio now is Dean Janes. He is the CEO of Imaging3 Incorporated. IMGG is their stock symbol. Dean, good to see you again.
Good to see you too, Don.
Now, the last time we had you on the program, we had that really interesting panel discussion about internet message boards and naked short selling. But since then, you've had your big open house at the facility. Tell us about that.
Well, yeah, thanks, Don. On Friday last week, the 19th, we had an open house, as I announced here on your program. It went really well. We had opened up the facility to the public, the general public. We asked that they RSVP, or if they showed up, that they would provide a photo ID, just so we could know that who they were. And we had roughly close between 70 to 100 people that were in attendance. We started it off with an update with the FDA, which I'll feed you in on, and then we went to a question and answer session for a little while, and then we broke and we did a demonstration, a technical demonstration. It went fantastic. It exceeded my expectations in the sense that this was for individual shareholders. People that have probably lost a little faith in the process. That it's taking longer, or is this product real? And I think that we met that obligation, and we proved out not only the technology, but our plan for moving forward with the FDA.
Well, I mean, when you think about it, and I guess it's from your standpoint as a CEO of the company, it's easy to understand, because I think it was just about 2 years ago, right about now, that we were talking about probably FDA approval being imminent between this time 2 years ago and the end of 2009. So I'm sure not only are you frustrated and disappointed, the shareholders were as well. But I would imagine that one of the highlights of the open house must have been the demonstration of Dominion 3.
Well, exactly, and I was really impressed with how many people stayed for the demonstration. Primarily because I think there was a little bit of talk and maybe some fear about signing a non-disclosure agreement. But under SEC rules, we could technically have been providing them non-public information. But we've had the demonstration video that was on your program. It's very similar, but there's a huge difference between seeing a video demonstration and actually seeing it as it's occurring. And we did several different live demonstrations of the product, doing a scan in 3D in real time. And what was really impressive is that the people that were in attendance for that were so impressed. They applauded afterwards. It was a little freaky for me, to have them be that happy. But I mean, it was really nice. And we had people. There was a young couple that flew all the way from Boston just for the day to see the, to see the company, see the video, or see the demonstration. I keep calling it a video demonstration, but the live demonstration that we did right there for those people.
Yeah, I want to reiterate that it was a live demonstration. We had a video demonstration here on the program a few weeks ago, but at the open house that was live, and everybody saw it happen in real time, as it were.
Right there in front of them. We had a lot more people than we had expected. I think maybe 10 people didn't stay for that, but the majority of the people stayed. Were excited to see it, and we answered questions while we were doing it. We had, Mike Nesson, my VP of Business Development, was there answering questions while I was answering questions. One of my tech guys, as a software guy, Jack, was answering questions. So everyone really left feeling that they understood not only what the technology was, but what the future of this company was.
Whenever I've been involved in any kind of business demonstration, I've always noticed that the real feel for how it went is after the event, when you're talking one-on-one with a couple of people and some handshakes. How did those conversations go?
Well, they were, they were all the same in the sense that they were elated to know that not only that the product was real, that they could, it's a huge difference, obviously, in person when you can see the CEO of a company, ask them questions, whatever your questions are. The Q&A session, we didn't cut short. We just waited until everyone was done. So any question that anyone had, we would answer. We would go through it. I think that that really made an impression on people, and that impression was, one comment sticks in my head. One of the shareholders that I had a conversation with said he was really disappointed, and he was watching bulletin boards and reading bulletin boards, and he felt really discouraged with some of the information that was thrown out there, and he actually felt, and he apologized, saying, I don't know why I let that get to me, getting that information. He says, now that I see it for myself, I know that this is a real product. So that was, I think, the salient point for me.
You know, we mentioned this on the panel discussion a couple of weeks ago, and I will always be amazed if someone doesn't like a stock, they just simply wouldn't buy it.
Right.
Why they would spend their days and their hours and their weeks on an internet message board spewing all kinds of negative information, you have to understand there is some kind of ulterior motive. But, you know, that's, you know, we talked about that in detail a couple of weeks ago. I know you're getting ready to go in a couple of months here to the show in Chicago. Are you excited about that? We're
real excited about that. You know, RSNA is a real important event for us. It helps us, you know, maintain a presence in the industry and, you know, show that we're still here, we're still working on, you know, getting this product into the marketplace. And, you know, it's real important for us for when we get FDA approval to we springboard to having interest in the product. You know, the update, the FDA update that I had given at that shareholder meeting, there's an 8K that was out this morning also that is giving a summary of what was, you know, what happened during the meeting. You know, August 29th, which is next Monday, you know, next week, we will be sending out our request for a meeting with the FDA.
Great.
And we're on track. I just talked to the consultant groups. They had a conference call this morning. I talked to them the day before. We're still on track for that. It may not end up being Monday the 29th, but it should be that week. And it's a good week for us to get that off to the FDA because then they can come back after the long weekend and have time to review our package and then prepare to meet with us. And they've, you know, expressed on the phone that they're very excited to meet us.
Well, just make it clear to the FDA that if they give you any trouble this time, we'll send them another earthquake.
Yeah, that's right. I think that was the, you know, a sign saying, you know, Imaging 3's package is coming, you know, all the way from California. Yeah.
Imaging 3, IMGG is the stock symbol. Dean, congratulations on a successful open house.
Thank you, Don.